This may or may not have been expressed in one of my other videos, but it bears repeating as a single subject is something to ponder. So ponder this, my brothers. How to see beyond race, cultures, religious creeds, and genders. Job had asked the question, will I see God in the flesh? Not to the end of the whole story of Job's experience in the book of Job does he get the answer. I had knew of you, Lord, by the hearing of the ear, but now I see you. Not until you go through a Job-like experience and lose will you ever gain the spiritual eyes to see God. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. How will they see him? Hear this statement, given to me once by the Holy Spirit, to assist me in seeing via my human spirit. If all that you see is the thing itself, you have not seen what God had wanted you to see. Think on this. In light of the scriptures that says, seeing him who is invisible, the natural eye is limited that it only can see so many vibrations of light. Anything beyond this limitation is not received. It doesn't mean that there isn't something beyond this limitation. Elijah saw the angelic host surrounding his enemies. His servant couldn't see them. Elijah prayed, Father, open his eyes. Then he saw them. It wasn't his natural eyes that saw them. It was the eyes of his quickened spirit at that moment. Note this. We are not talking about an evil generation that seeks a sign to please their carnal senses. The devil, will give them all the carnal signs and wonders they want to fulfill the lust of their carnal desires. They're holding on to the seen world, not rejecting the unseen world that God is offering. Remember what Jesus said to the religious crowd that wanted to see a sign from him. What sign did he give them? The sign of Jonas and the whale. Think past the whale. See the symbol. And what Jesus wanted them to see in this sign, which later, in his resurrection, he demonstrated. The power of the human spirit, quickened by the power of the Holy Spirit, manifesting the power of God the Father. That same quickened spirit is now your spirit. If you allow the Holy Spirit to awaken it by causing your fleshly carnal view to come to its end, thus the cleansing of the heart. Subconscious storage house of the human carnal soul. With this area cleansed, you see and hear the Father of your spirit. Examples. I can see beyond the races of men. I can see beyond the cultures of men, and I can see beyond the creeds of men. I can see beyond male and female. Can you? Or do you still see men as men and women as women, with the same view of the races that surround you? Do you know my wife, Irene, is German? Would it matter to you? We have to be honest to gain a spirit view of matters. Not as long as we kid ourselves. Now, as long as we kid ourselves into think that we do not see male, female, race, cultures, and creeds, we will never see what it is that God desires us to see. Paul said it this way, in me, that is my flesh, there dwells no good thing. Thinking of the flesh, can a leopard change its spots? You cannot change the flesh. The flesh is the flesh, and the spirit is the spirit. The two do not mix. One has to die. How does it die? Confessing the truth, that in your flesh, your carnal makeup, you are a racist and hold to your particular culture and creeds and are basically self-centered. Until this truth is confessed, you are making God a liar. In this frame of mind, you will never see God. As many as walk in the Spirit, these are the matured sons of God. This is an eternal fact. Locked up in your human spirit is not a matter of a carnal soulish behavior that works to get this is something Holy Spirit works out of you by cleansing you from your carnal soulish views of race, culture, creed, and gender, and everything you have acquired being born in this world, cut off from God, shaped by the iniquity of your parents and the society that you were raised in. Period. It is everything I've been sharing in emails, writings, and videos that most do not want to hear. I know a few that have listened to these things that have come up out of my quickened human spirit for over 25 years. By reason of time, I can say they see Him who is invisible. They can see Him working in their lives and others. That, my friend, is how you get past seeing just race, culture, creed, gender, and start seeing in the Spirit. One final word. God is the rewarder of those that diligently seek Him. This is not speaking to the flesh or the human fallen soul in its efforts. It's referring to the quickened human spirit, which has had the Holy Spirit bring fire into the life of that soul to save it. Saved as by fire. There's no other way. He will baptize you in the Spirit and with fire. See this. When you do, you will rejoice in tribulation, Romans 5, and the weakness of your limited human soul. When I am weak, I am strong. That is our walking in the Spirit, not by might or power, but by my Spirit, says the Lord. His Spirit bearing witness to our spirits that we are sons of God. God bless you.